Hey everybody, and welcome back to Ripping for Ripkins. It's Corey, and tonight I am back with a football, but I have a kind of off-topic surprise. This is a 1991 Topps. If you cannot tell by the design, it is almost identical to the baseball. And this was sent to me by the Past Alive John Jabs as part of my mail day. So, gonna break off of my 99 football and rip this. Best card I guess we're going to be searching for will be the Emmitt Smith rookie card, as I need to mute my computer. So that doesn't happen again. But Emmitt Smith rookie card is going to be the best card. Well, not best card. Maybe Jerry Rice, Joe Montana. I would say maybe more, just as valuable, but best rookie card in here is going to be Emmitt Smith. Not a lot of high value chase cards in this set, but I will leave that set up in the back, and I will try to rip through these pretty quickly as they are sealed up very nice. John bought a big lot of these, and I was telling him to hold me one because I was going to buy it off of him, and then he surprised me by shipping it to me. So as I've already told you once, thank you, buddy. John, I appreciate you. Very cool. So let's see what we find in here. Stevie Atwater, big hitter. But as you can see, the design, they are, I mean, it's basically baseball, like, extra edition. Tommy Bernhardt, Chip Lowmiller, Freeman McNeil. Some of these guys I remember. Hayward Jeffries is the 1,000-yard club. Of course, he was one of Warren Moon's favorite targets. Andre Bad Moon Rising is all-pro card. And, of course, the epic Super Bowl. Scott Norwood. Giants over the Bills 2019. Ricky Nattiel. Mark Super Duper. And William Fuller. So I'm going to just make a stack of these, and don't know if I'll ever put this in a binder. I do my Topps in baseball and my Bowman. I haven't really decided if I'm going to mess with that football when it comes to that, because get pretty pricey, but this set's not too bad. One of the best cards is in this one, though. I saw the Jerry Rice, Steve Broussard, Brian Blades, Leslie O'Neal. Some good names in here. Definitely a bunch of names I remember. There is the Jerry Rice 1,000-yard club, which he basically lived in his entire career. AC, Anthony Carter. LT, All-Pro. Probably one of the better cards in this set. Centered up pretty nicely, too. So, this guy was a beast of the beast right here. Responsible for ending Joe Theismann's career and one of the nastiest injuries I've witnessed in a football game, or any kind of sport for that matter. There's a Warren Moon in action card. I love this design, though. It's definitely, I mean, nothing takes you back to this time frame more than seeing these 91 cards that are identical to baseball. You definitely can look at it and you know exactly what year it is just because of baseball. The O.J. Otis Anderson card is in here. Right there. That's probably one of the more valuable cards in this set, too. Never realized how long he had played. Had a pretty nice career, too. Jim Jensen, Mark Ingram. Broderick Thomas. An in-action card of Randall Cunningham. Deion Sanders. So that had to be an early one right there. Nice early Deion Sanders. And another Jerry Rice, the highlights card. So far, so good. Definitely would love to get that Emmitt Smith added to my rookie box, if nothing else. Put these cards off to the side. Maybe I'll put this set together down the road. For right now, I'm not, but I just started getting into football this year, so we'll see how it goes. Barry Word, DT, that's Derek Thomas. It's probably the sack record, isn't it? Yeah. Most sacks in a game. 7 sacks in one game. Frank Reich, who orchestrated the comeback against the Oilers. Roger Craig and his Raiders. He had moved on from the Niners at this point. Courtney Hall, Jeff Beagles of the Eagles. John Carney. There's a nice one. Troy Aikman, another one of the better cards in this set. And as a Redskins fan, Gary Clark, always liked him. So, very nice. This takes me back because this was the year that the Redskins won the Super Bowl. Well, when these cards came out, they won that year. Jesse Anderson, Tony Woods, Henry Ellard. I liked him. He was really good. Daryl Grant. Andre Reed. Pretty good player, too. There's Thurman Thomas, 1,000-yard club. Rodney Hampton, Haywood Jeffries. Again. Todd Light from the University of Notre Dame, as you can see. 91 draft pick. So he was an excellent defender. I will keep him. Won himself a national championship at Notre Dame. Derek Thomas, Chris Zorich, another Notre Dame legend. So sweet getting the Notre Dame rookie cards. And Perry Kemp ends that stack. So I have a voicemail popped up on my phone. Don Mikowski, the Magic Man right there. Stevie Jordan. Kevin Fagan. James Brooks is the 1,000-yard club. Mark Carrier, Dennis Smith. There's the Saints in-action card. Greg Lloyd of the Steelers was a solid defender. Not a great pack there, but I mean, it's 91 tops, so. Oops. There we go. Rob Thomas. Not the musician, Rob Thomas. Brett Maxey, Tony Jones. Marion Butts. Lamar Lathan. Martin Mayhew. He got picked on a lot. Oh, there's the other part of the Super Bowl tandem. Ricky Sanders. Bobby Wilson, draft pick card of the Skins. A lot of glare on there. Ricky Prohl, super rookie. This is what we'll be looking for with the Emmitt Smith. Ricky Prohl from North Carolina. Well, he went to Wake Forest. He lives in North Carolina. Actually says he's from New Jersey there. So I guess he did not grow up down here, but he has his own park down here in Greensboro, Prolific Park. Built himself a nice little complex in Greensboro after his college years. There's the Andre Rison 1,000-yard club. And these cards are not the base set. These are kind of like a insert card. See, they don't have a number on them. But still pretty cool. Jackie Slater, Great player. Browning Nagel. Oh, man, it's been a long time since I've seen Raleigh McKenzie, one of the Hogs. Daryl Talley. Eric Davis. Thurman Thomas, All-Pro. Flipper. Oh, he set the single game record for receiving yards. I don't remember what year that was. Do not remember the year on that, but I know he had well over 200 yards in a game. I want to say it was close to like 300, almost like 297 or something. But he definitely broke the single game receiving record. I don't know who owns it now because I didn't watch football when I was in the military as much, but I definitely kept up with the stats back then. That's why I can open these packs without really a whole lot of looking anything up and remember these guys like it's yesterday. Sterling Sharp. Kevin Green. I liked him. He played hard right there. He's kind of like the J.J. Watt of that time frame. Had one of those high motors. Not so much J.J. Watt now, but definitely J.J. Watt from a couple years ago. Carl Mecklenburg. I remember not liking him. Toy Cook. Wilbur Marshall. Linebacker of the Redskins. Defense that he was definitely one of the studs on this team. And, of course, played for the great 1985 Bears team. Leroy Butler and Dino Hackett. So far, so good. Really enjoying just the nostalgia of opening these cards. I have not seen these cards in a very long time. That's why I was going to get them from John, but then he surprised me with sending them to me. There's the Flipper Anderson 1,000-yard club. Let's see, he had 1,097 yards on 51 catches. Definitely did not have his record-breaking record-breaking game that year. There's Don Mikowski in the huddle, not Brett Favre. Wouldn't be long and Brett Favre would be taking over. I think he may have been hurt that year. Steve Walsh. He was a big-time prospect from the University of Miami. Definitely one of the cover boys of that University of Miami team. And there is the great Hall of Fame Art Monk, one of my favorite receivers as a kid. You can see he had over 730 catches, and almost 10,000 yards of when he finished 1990. This doesn't include 91. But the great Art Monk, one of my grandfather's all-time favorite players as well. So, always stoked to get an Art Monk card. He was always one of my favorites. Darryl Green, Art Monk, Jim Lachey. You would think Theismann would be, but he really wasn't. I wasn't that big of a fan of his. Bobby Humphrey, 1,000-yard rushing club. Herman Moore, draft pick. Definitely was a solid player with the Lions. There's the All-Pro Darryl Green. Just got done talking about him. Love that. Ed West. There is the quarterback of your Super Bowl champion Redskins, Mark Rippon. We are ripping for Rippon. Yeah, that's right. I said it. I'm not sure what we got going on here. It almost looks like the card is scratched, but I can't really. Very strange because it's not really in the card, but the streak is in there. Interesting. And there is the Ernest Biner from Cleveland to the Redskins, as you can see. The Browns, 1,200 yards in 1990. Played on some of those good Browns teams back in the 80s that fell victim to John Elway. Oh, and here's a nice one. 1,000-yard club of Barry Sanders. Still the greatest running back of all time, in my personal opinion. You don't have to go by stats. He left the game. He still had a lot left when he left. Keith Millard, he was definitely a solid player. Michael Carter, Mark Stepnowski. Man, these are some names right here. Jay Schrader, the former Redskin, gone to the Raiders. And, of course, after he leaves, we win the Super Bowl. One of the best punters of all time, Reggie Roby of the Dolphins. Barry Word was a beast. Just a big guy. I remember this. It doesn't show on there what his size is, but I remember him just looking huge all the time. Kind of like Mike Allstott did. Just looked like a big guy. Natron Means. Some of those guys just looked big on the field. And we're going to see if we get us a nice Gary Clark. See if we can get us a nice rookie in this pack. Still looking for the elusive Emmitt Smith checklist score. Stan Humphries, backup quarterback. Got him from he was with San Diego for a while too. Steve Wisniewski and Keith Jones. Still no Emmitt Smith rookie card. Definitely hoping I can find it. Jerry Rice is the 1,000-yard club. Kevin Butler, Reggie White, All-Pro. First time seeing Reggie White, Hall of Famer. There's Marion Butts. I think I said Natron Meansy earlier, and I meant Marion Butts because Natron Means played for the Chargers as well. Gerald Riggs, he was their big back on the Skins. Scott Norwood, who missed the field goal in 90, wasn't it? Yeah. Because the Redskins won the Super Bowl twice. Right after the Giants won it, the Redskins won it the following year. And they beat the same team both times. The Giants beat I think it was Giants beat the Broncos, and then the Skins beat the Broncos. And the Giants beat the Bills, and then the Skins beat the Bills. Of course, everybody beat the Bills because they were there, 4 straight years. But I'm getting off topic. Stephon Page, Mike Golick, of course, was an ESPN talking head for a lot of years. I actually liked Golick and Golick. His son was on there, still on there. There's Big Mac, Mark McGuire's brother. Roger Craig. Had a technical difficulty right there. Had a visitor, and so I had to stop it and cut it. If you see the obvious difference in the stream right there. So get back into it. The 1,000-yard insert is Henry Ellard, Benny Blades. Oh, Keith Jackson. There's a Warren Moon highlights card. Warren Moon definitely was a premier. This is back in the run and shoot days. You got Warren Moon and Rodney Peete. Rodney Peete, I remember him being at, USC. Speaking of USC, there's Ronnie Lott. Tom Rathman. Oh, that guy was a beast. Nice card right there. The Bo Jackson Raiders card. Very cool. Always enjoy pulling Bo Jackson out of any product. For the most part, these cards will be put into a box and we'll wait and see what happens. But I may get a wild hair one of these days and decide I want to start putting football in the binder. But I have a whole lot of baseball to do before I get to that point. Anybody that collects both football, baseball, basketball, and you try to do sets, you know that it's just overwhelming, especially if you have full-time job, and my job is a little bit more demanding than most. Eric Turner spent a lot of time away from the house, so if I was home every night, maybe I could have a chance to do this. Super rookie of Calvin Williams and Wesley Carroll. So you get most of your rookies. There's a Shannon Sharp. I will save that one. Is that his second-year card? Huh. Hall of Famer Shannon Sharp. The very loud and, of course, host of, what's that show on ESPN with the other fool that used to do First Take. I forgot his name now. Marcus Allen card on the back. At the end of Marcus Allen's career, of course, he played alongside Bo Jackson. Neil Anderson again. Trying to go through these rather quickly because they are 91. Look at that little Megget go. Oh, Chris Berman, I can hear him talking about David Megget. Pete Stoyanovich, Kent Hall, Cleveland Gary, and there is the Marcus Allen finishing up his career. Very nice. I'll save Marcus Allen's card. But if I don't keep these, they'll end up in my commons box, and I will sell them off to somebody. But I believe that I'll probably hold on to them for a while. There's Sterling Sharp again. Not sure how big this set is. It doesn't say. Let me clear that text message. Jeff Lageman. He was pretty good. Gerard Bunch rookie card. Got some ding corners on there. Morton Anderson, really good kicker. Dexter Carter. Morton Anderson's probably the best one in there. He was a really good kicker for the Saints. Used to get him and Gary Anderson confused a lot when I was a kid. Gary Anderson kicked for the Vikings. There's Andre Rison again. Reggie White, All-Pro again. Dalton Hilliard. Mike Golick again. Mark McGuire's brother again. There's the John Elway. First time seeing that card. I will keep my John Elway of any year. Andre Ware, speaking of run and shoot quarterbacks, played at the University of Houston. It was a Heisman Trophy winner. Don't think. One of the most prolific college quarterbacks ever. He used to have a lot of records prior to the recent guys going through there, like the Mahomes and the what was that other guy's name that broke all those records? Houston and Hawaii and schools like that had some serious passing yards. I know Houston did for a lot of years. Got me another Redskins card. 1,000-yard Ernest Biner Club. Or 1,000-yard club Ernest Biner. Roger Craig highlights. Benny Blades. Keith Jackson. It's a Phil Simms card. First time seeing that. James Lofton. And All-Pro Jim Lachey, one of my favorites. Skins have had some good left tackles over the years. Maybe none better than Lachey. Trent Williams. Chris Samuel. They definitely always invest in that left tackle. The blind side. There's the AC, Anthony Carter. Russell, Maryland. Draft pick. He was a big-time player for many years. I think he played for the Colts. Oh, Cowboys. I thought he played for the Colts at the end of his career. I may have him confused with somebody else. But I will keep him. Pat Swilling, part of the Dome Patrol. New Orleans Saints. Sam Mills, I remember, was part of it. I'm trying to think of the other guys' names now. I used to know all those. I'm sure as I see them, I will definitely remember them. But I remember Sam Mills being the anchor of that Dome Patrol. Anybody watching this video probably knows exactly who I'm talking about. Hayward Jeffries. There is another Biner cuts back to follow the block. Another Skins card. Jack Del Rio. Isn't he the... I don't know if he's coaching. I thought he was in Jacksonville, but I'm not sure. He's not head coaching anymore. Alvin Harper. Eric Metcalf. I'm trying to remember the incident that happened with Dennis Byrd. I remember his name, and I know something happened to him, and I cannot remember in this video what it is, but I'm sure I will look it up afterwards and kick myself. Another good tackle, Keith Van Horn, who I also thought was a basketball player. Keith Van Horn, Rodney Peete, and Sammy Smith. I think Dennis Byrd got paralyzed, and I want to say it was during it was a big game too. It was like a main, maybe it was a Thanksgiving game or playoff game, but I definitely remember it happening. Jerry Rice, we will keep his 1,000-yard. Ricky Irvins, this guy was big time coming out. Todd Marinovich, this guy was big bust. Brian Jordan, also, you got 2 baseball players on that card. Or was it Brian Hunter? I feel like I took my break and I lost all my brain cells. I'm thinking out loud so that you guys can correct me and give me something to go back and research, because a lot of things pop in my brain when I see certain players and I don't think about them. I just say them out loud. Don't do this for likes and dislikes. I do it because I enjoy it. And there's the Gary Clark. And it gives me a memory of going back and opening this stuff. Percy Snow, super rookie. Bruce Pickens, rookie. Still no Emmitt Smith yet. Cortez Kennedy, pretty good player. Anthony Munoz, one of the best tackles ever. Terry McDaniel. So we're down to basically a stack left to get this Emmitt Smith rookie card. Still have not seen Joe Montana either. Would be one of the key cards in this set. Barry Ward again. Jay Novacek, first time seeing him. Marcus Allen. Randall Cunningham, Bruce Smith. Chris Hinton, Jesse Tuggle. And Michael Brooks finishes off that one. So 1 stack left. Haven't done too bad on the repeats. I've had a few, but nothing outrageous. So hopefully we will see that Emmitt Smith rookie. There's an Ed Simmons. Another Skins card. I got a lot of their cards. Jim Everett. Don't call me Chris Everett. You want to watch this guy explode. Go watch what was it, Jim Rome interview when he had well, I'm gonna say attacked, but he did attack Jim Rome during an interview. Thurman Thomas, 1,000-yard. Tim Krumrie, who had one of the most gruesome injuries in the Super Bowl against the Niners, and he rolled his leg. It was pretty disgusting. Christian Okoye, Steve Tasker, one of the best special teamers back in this time frame, and Simon Fletcher. I cannot see Tim Krumrie's name without picturing that awful, I think Roger Craig was maybe running the ball. I can see it happening. I've witnessed some pretty gnarly injuries in my watching of football. Steve Smith, not the one you're thinking of. There's Jim Everett again. Jeff Bostic. These cards have a little, I don't know if you can see that or not. They have a little, you can see it right there. Little raised up edge. Mark Clayton. Andre Waters, he was a good safety. Marcus Koch and Kurt Govea. So 3 skins in that. And there's the Jim Harbaugh card. 3 Redskins in that pack. Last stack. Looking for the Emmitt Smith and Joe Montana. Marion Butts. There's Jerry Rice All-Pro. Jeff George releases just in time. Kevin Mack. Merrill Hodge. Spent a lot of years doing, what was it, Game Day? I think it was Game Day, Primetime, NFL Matchup. He did a lot of things with like Ron Jaworski back in the day. Sack leaders, Derek Thomas and Charles Haley. There's a Herschel Walker with the Vikings. Pierce Holt. Isaac Holt. And another pack down, another missing Montana and Smith. Neil Smith is on the back. Another solid player. Andre Rison again. So we've gotten a lot of repeats on this insert. Bruce Armstrong. There's Wade Wilson. Hayward Jeffries and Jerry Rice, league leaders. So getting some different cards now. And there is the Neil Smith. He was a beast. Maybe the second best Smith defensive end back in this time. Barry Sanders again. Oh. Bill Lewis, don't remember him. Rich Gannon. Mark Carrier, Bill Romanowski was in the longest yard. Norm Johnson. There's Tom Rassman again. And Bo Jackson again. So some repeats. And we're getting down to it. Luckily, these boxes are not that expensive. You can rip these just like any 91 product just about. So you could pretty much pick yourself up a box, probably 40, 50 bucks. Ernest Givens, he was a good one. Mike Bellamy. There's the interception leaders, Richard Johnson and Mark Carrier. Cleveland Gary again. Marcus Allen again. And Leroy Horde. I remember old Leroy Horde. I'll keep the Marcus Allen. Dexter Carter. There's Charles Mann. First time seeing Charles Mann. He was good defensive end for the Skins. Bobby Humphrey. Chris Jackie. Thurman Thomas and Barry Sanders, rushing leaders. Awesome card right there. I'll probably keep that one. Keep that one out. 2 greats. 3 packs left. Makes me wonder if I'm going to get it. Another Barry Sanders. Andre Ware again. Morton Anderson again. There's the Barry Sanders. Clyde Simmons. Reggie White's counterpart with the Eagles. They had a pretty good defensive line back then. Tony Manderich, speaking of big-time bust, this guy was #1 overall pick. He was hyped up, man. I remember him being on the cover of Sports Illustrated. Al Toon, good receiver. And there's the passing yard leaders, Jim Everett and Warren Moon. Warren Moon always led the league in yardage, it seems like. You can see how many. It was so rare back then to have 4,000 yards. Now everybody does. You can see Warren Moon was above and beyond everybody else. Oh, Bubby Brister made the list. Some cool names on there. Haven't seen in a long time. 2 packs left. Thank you guys for checking out this impromptu rip. And thank you again to John for sending me this box. You are certainly the man. And of course, I haven't broken the news yet, but I'm sure John will by the time this video is up. He did secure a card shop today, so I will be going up to see the card shop grand opening, maybe the weekend that he opens it, provided I can get that time off. I should have no problem doing that, but I will be going to Greensburg, Pennsylvania. Howie Long, Nate Newton, James Lofton, some good players in here. Jim Lachey, All-Pro. Mike Saxton and Teddy Garcia. I don't remember Teddy Garcia. Final pack. I need the Montana and the Emmitt Smith to be in the same pack now. Phil Simms is on the back. Drew Hill is the 1,000-yard club. Pete Stoyanovich. Richmond Webb. Chris Dolman, he was a beast. Bruce Matthews, All-Pro. And we're not going to get either one of them. Phil Simms ends that off. But a fun rip. Like I said, probably pick you up a box for 40, 50 bucks tops, I would imagine. But a nice stack of cards. And again, big shout out to the Pass Alive. Thank you, John, for this box. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for another football break. I'll be back on 1999 and ripping into hopefully some more cards looking for champs rookie year, trying to build that PC. So I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you. And until next time, later, guys.